These are two of the most popular mid-range air purifiers on the market, the Philips 3200 and the Blueair Blue Max 3350i. They cost about the same, they look equally as nice, and they're both highly recommended by the biggest newspapers and magazines in the UK. But which one should you buy? We ran them through a battery of tests on performance, noise, and running costs, and the results were shocking. One of them is not only more powerful, but will actually save you over £100 a year. And the other one has a hidden feature you can't turn off. And because this is a UK focused review, I've calculated real world running costs based on local data. Whoa. But before I get too ahead of myself, let's start by looking at third-party test results. Unfortunately, I can't show you the CADR certificates from both of these devices because to my knowledge, there is no alternative to AHAM or Energy Star in Europe and the UK. As Blueair does also sell this model in the United States, we do have a CADR certificate on the Energy Star website. But for the Philips, we only get the information provided by the manufacturer. According to AHAM, the Blueair Blue Max 3350i has a PM2.5 CADR of 298 CFM. And according to Philips, the 3200 has a top speed CADR of 520 cubic meters per hour, which converts to 306 CFM. It's not a fair apples to apples comparison because one of these figures has not been made available by a third party, but at least on paper, the Philips 3200 promises higher air cleaning performance. I will put both devices through our particle removal test to see whether real life performance matches these lab results, so keep watching to see what happens. But for now, let's talk about the design. Just by looking at both devices side by side, you'll notice that there are a few similarities and a lot of differences. In terms of similarities, they are both mid-sized cylindrical devices that won't take up a lot of space. You also get app support with both models. They have inbuilt optical air quality sensors. You get air quality indicator in the form of an LED light that changes colour. Neither of them have a handle, so you do need to pick them up to carry them. Both of them offer sleep mode and an auto mode. Moving on to the differences, the Blueair 3350i comes with an ionizer that you can't disable. The Philips 3200 has a screen that shows the levels of PM2.5 particles in the air. The 3350i pulls in dirty air from all around, then pushes it out the top. The 3200 from Philips also pulls air from all around, but this air leaves the model from the top half rather than straight up. The 3350i has a fabric pre-filter that you can remove and wash. The pre-filter on the Philips is attached to the main filter. The Philips 3200 uses two filters, which is uncommon for cylindrical designs. The Blueair model has 3 manual speeds, whereas the Philips model only has 2. So when it comes to design and features, I believe the two main things to consider are the Blueair 3350i has one button to switch modes, whilst the Philips 3200 utilises a number of touchscreen buttons. You get onboard screen and higher quality LED with the Philips 3200 that you can also use as a smart lamp. Moving to the app, both installed easily and had a clean UX. But there are 3 things that the Philips app can do that you can't do with the Blueair model. You can use Auto Plus mode, which uses AI technology to adjust usage based on data from the sensor and usage patterns. The Philips app also allows you to schedule the lamp function, similar to how you can use with Hue light bulbs. You can enable allergy sleep mode, which means that even on sleep mode, the 3200 will also increase fan speed if it detects particles in the air. Overall, when it comes to design, the Philips 3200 offers more features and comes with a more powerful app, so the 3200 wins this round. However, design aesthetics, features and apps are not nearly as important as the filters inside the device, so let's open up these up and see what happens. When it comes to filters, the Blueair model has an easy to remove fabric pre-filter, which is much easier to keep on top of keeping clean than the Philips model, which has a pre-filter but on the outside of the filter, so you will require to clean it with a vacuum cleaner. Whilst the Blueair model comes with an alert to change the main filter, it doesn't tell you when to clean the pre-filter. In comparison, the Philips model provides alerts for cleaning the pre-filter and when to change the main filter. Both models use a lower than HEPA grade filter. This isn't necessarily a bad thing, it just means the filter is slightly less dense, which is often how they achieve higher airflow and lower noise levels than using true HEPA H13 filters. Whilst the Blueair 3350i uses a fabric impregnated carbon filter, the Philips 3200 has pelleted coconut carbon. And over the 2 filters it has, you get over 100 grams total. So for removing odours, the Philips 3200 will be more effective than the Blueair model. The Blueair 3350i uses HEPA silent technology that combines an electrostatic process and mechanical filtration. In my review of the larger Blueair 211, I found that removing the HEPA silent ionizer device significantly reduced overall performance. This explains why Blueair doesn't include a button to disable the ionizer feature, unlike other manufacturers like Winx or Coway. The fact that you can't disable the HEPA silent is a shame, as I do hear from some people who find that even very low-powered ionization causes them discomfort. In terms of filter lifespan, the filters for the Blueair 3350i should last 6 months and cost £59, so you can expect to spend £118 per year on filters. And the Philips 3200 should last 12 months, and a set of 2 costs £62.99, so that's how much you would spend in 1 year. Whilst I do like the removable pre-filter design with the Blueair model, I'm not a fan of the ionizer function that you can't disable. Plus, you do spend more on filter replacements with the 3350i, so I have to hand this round to the Philips 3200. Now, Philips may have taken the round on filters, but it's time to see who lands the hardest blows when it matters the most: pure air cleaning power. So let's talk about performance. The reported CADR figures for each of these devices are a little different, but how do they match up in the real world? As I always point out, reported CADR figures shared by AHAM and manufacturers are always measured with the air purifier running at top speed. But top speeds are noisy, so most people won't want to run their units at full power 24/7. That's why we always run our own CADR tests at different fan speeds to assess performance at different sound levels. First, let's look at top speed. Our tests showed that the 3200 was quicker to achieve PM10 at top speed. When we account for natural ventilation in our test room, we estimate that running at top speed, the Philips 3200 has a PM1 CADR of 249 CFM, and the Blueair 3350i has a PM1 CADR of 221 CFM. When we include the list price, we can calculate the value each device provides in terms of cost per CADR. With a higher top speed CADR and a similar price, the Philips 3200 offers better value for raw top speed performance and wins this round. But let's not forget about noise levels. Maybe the Blueair has a chance to claw back a win here. I measured how much sound both units generate at each fan speed from 3 feet away, and learned that the Blueair 3350i is 8% louder at top speed than the Philips 3200. Raw power is useless if the machine is too loud, so we found the highest speed at which each air purifier stayed under 45 decibels, about the noise of a quiet library. For the Philips, that was medium speed, where it generated 42.6 decibels and cleaned our test room in 35 minutes. The Blueair, it took 54 minutes at its only sub 45 decibel speed, which is speed 1. That's a massive difference. Now, to be fair to the Blueair, it's much quieter on its sub 45 decibel setting than the Philips, but the trade-off in performance is huge. When running at speed 2, the Blueair 3350i goes over our 45 decibel limit, but not by much, so I retested its air cleaning performance at this speed. So what does this tell us? The Blueair speed 1 is incredibly quiet, but it's also too weak to clean a room effectively. To get a decent clean, you must use speed 2, which is 10 decibels louder. Side tests aside, when it comes to sound generation, the Philips 3200 is quieter at top speed, and it offers better air cleaning performance at sub 45 decibel speed. So I have to give this round to the Philips. Alright, but what about the electricity bill? Let's look at energy usage. I used my energy meter to measure how much electricity each of these air purifiers pull at different fan speeds and on standby. The Blueair 3350i is not only louder at top speed than the Philips 3200, it's also more power hungry. That's why I'm going to give the energy consumption round to Philips. At this point, we can compare the total yearly running costs you can expect by combining these electricity consumption figures with the cost of filter replacements. As both these models are in the UK, I will use the current energy price of January 2026 of 27.69 pence per kilowatt hour. Youch. Based on these calculations, the Philips 3200 will be 50% cheaper to run each year than the Blueair model. In fact, owning a Blueair 3350i will cost more, even though the upfront cost is lower compared to the Philips 3200. This is due to the fact that you will need to replace the filters in your Blueair every 6 months, and this device is also more power hungry than the 3200. So I have to give the long-term cost round to Philips. So the moment you've been waiting for, which of these two models is better? If you've been paying attention, you will have noticed that the Philips 3200 came on top for design, filters, air cleaning performance, sound levels, and energy consumption, and even long-term costs. It doesn't take a genius to figure out that I think the Philips 3200 offers the better deal here. Even with the higher list price of £259, the Philips provides better quiet performance, lower running costs, and a much more useful app. I also don't like that with the Blueair 3350i, you are forced to use the ionizer function via HEPA Silent. I wish Blueair made it possible for users to disable HEPA Silent, as we've seen with other brands that also use electrostatic ionization process. If you value a simple one-button device that won't look out of place even in the most Scandi of homes, then the Blueair has its merits. But for virtually everyone else, the Philips 3200 is the superior machine. If you want more details, I will include a link to the full reviews for each model in the description for you to dig deeper through our data and findings. And if you're ready to pick one up, I'll also drop my affiliate links in the description. Using those links helps to support the channel and pays for all the units and testing at no extra cost to you. We really appreciate the support. Anyway, what do you think? Let me know in the comments and I'll see you all in the next video.